What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Polo Evolve. I'm back with another video. And as you guys can see from the title of the video, yes, I am requesting a $3,500 payout, or well, I've already requested it. As you guys can see, across 3 XFAs, it is pending. So about 1100, well, about 1100, $1,169 on each account. I don't know why I struggle with that, but nonetheless, 3 payouts or whatever. It's 1 payout split amongst 3. Anyway, as you guys can see, these are my 2 previous payouts that I had. One was in December and one was in the beginning of this year. And then from there, I blew that funded account. It was only 1 account. And then I went ahead and tried to get more accounts. I have 3 XFAs currently right now, and that's honestly speaking, that has made my trading a whole lot easier and a whole lot simpler just because I can diversify. I could risk the same amount but make a comfortable amount of money each and every single day. Well, the trades, they start to look, I don't know how to explain this in the best way possible, but when on one account I felt like, risking $200 $300 per trade just to make $200 $300 in a day. It's a part of the process, yes, and of course you have to go through each step, but it didn't feel as satisfying. I guess it will never feel as satisfying at any level, even with these 3 accounts. If I make $200 $300 a day, it only adds up to about $600 to $900, which I don't want to sound like I'm greedy, and I don't want to sound like I'm dissatisfied or not grateful, which is not the case. I'm very grateful for this. Thank you to God for allowing me to get yet another payout and just to continue on this journey, right? I want to be a successful day trader and I want to make this a full-time income, and I'm headed in the right direction. But nonetheless, it's not that I'm not being grateful. I think it's more so the fact that I know that I'm destined for more, and that is why I'm looking to achieve more, trying to get these larger numbers. But I also understand it will come with time as long as I focus on the process itself. Another thing I can say is a lot of the trades that I did take in this period, I'm going to show you guys the stats. So as you guys can see, 3 accounts. Oh yeah, I also did close 2 more XFAs. Well, I had 2 combines earlier this week and I closed them out last night. So now I have 5 accounts, which, for my next payout, it should be looking good, right? 5 accounts is probably where I want to be headed in. And then, of course, I want to diversify into other funds, or sorry, other firms. But with that being said, let's just look at the profit here. So as you guys can see, about 2,500, 2,600. And yeah, as you guys can see, like from days like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I know I started like with 1 micro entry, and then I would just add as I would go. But nonetheless, I would say I overtraded on Thursday for sure. Friday, not too good. I mean, these 2 days not too bad. Like I definitely took about 2 entries, 3 entries, but again, I would just add 1 micro and then I'd add a couple more, or so then it just kind of adds up in that sense. But nonetheless, I have so what ended up happening was last night in Asian, I'll show you guys some of the trades that I took very quickly. Last night in Asian session, I took, pretty sure I took somewhere around here where market opened. I'm not even sure, somewhere here. I think somewhere in this candle, basically once this big bullish 5-minute candle on the market open at 6 p.m. last night, and then I just took the next one up and I just took a little piece of the pie, closing out about $200, which is another winning day. And then I requested my payout. After I requested my payout, then I went ahead and actually traded NQ this morning, and I caught this little move to the downside. As you guys can see, market opens, it fakes us out this way, and then basically once this candle closed below this little, I guess, zone that I have here. I know I have something marked up here, but I just anticipated with the volume that we have from market open that we'd continue to the downside, which we did. I have my stop loss up here for 28 points, and then I moved it closer once we started to clear this area, especially this wick down here. And I caught a little piece of the pie, 31 points, but nonetheless, I could have caught more. But at the same time, I also could have got stopped at a break even had I just held. So it's good that I took my profit. Now, also, I took another entry. Once this 1 hour candle closed, I assumed we actually opened up and we created a little bit of a down wick. And I anticipated with the volume that we are going to shoot up. And so I had once these candles started to close, in the upward fashion, I just had this stop loss right here at the current candle low. Nonetheless, I got stopped out just for a little bit before it ended up, hitting my TP later on throughout the hourly candle. But nonetheless, I risked less on that because I'm already up for the day. I've already taken, basically, I took an entry last night and then I took one entry this morning, which ended up in both resulted in a win. Nonetheless, I just, sized down on this trade, and then whatever happens, happens. If I could, I guess one thing that I've noticed in order to improve on my trading is that I'm so used to taking small pieces of the pie that I leave a lot left on the table, which I figured, you know what, if I'm on profit, I might as well risk a small amount of my profits to see if I can, if the trade is going to run more in my direction, why not take a little bit more of the piece of the pie? At the same time, I'm not looking to risk full risk on those trades because, again, I'm in profit. What's the point of wasting all my profit and potentially ending up with a break even or a losing day? So that's the premise or like the methodology behind that. But nonetheless, that is the case now. And with now these two new funded accounts that I have. Yes, by the way, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yes, all Pokemon games. But these two, I tried to copy trade them as well in the morning, but I guess it didn't. It won't. I guess lock on to, or like whatever the word is here. It won't connect these accounts because I already took a trade on my on the three that I do have on the copy trader. With that being said, I think it should connect tomorrow. But nonetheless, it is also closer to the end of the month. And so I'm looking to, now I'm more on defense, right? I don't want to be, I was on offense for the last little bit, just trying to get a payout. But now that I have 5 accounts, I realize, you know what, I need to slow the fuck down. I need to take this a little more seriously. I need to make a lot of refinements in the areas that I need to improve upon. And that's essentially what I'm looking to do moving forward. I'm on defense now. Like they say, defense wins championships. You can risk heavy when the market is, trending and doing its thing, which of course it is obviously doing so on markets such as gold, for instance. I mean, even NQ, like once this one daily candle closed, we anticipated the next one is definitely going bullish as well, which it obviously did. With gold too, like, man, I have no idea when this is going to retrace, but we eventually are going to get a retracement on gold, and we'll see when that happens. That happens. We're looking to catch a small piece of the pie. Again, you can look at these charts and get a lot of FOMO from it, but at the same time, what I've realized is it's always going to be there. There's always going to be a move every single day, and you don't need to participate in everything that you see, right? At the end of the day, the only way that you can become a successful trader is if you master yourself, if you master your own psychology. And the way that you do that is to figure out what works for you, what strategy works for you, what style of trading works for you, what time frame works for you, all of these things. It's going to be different from what other people are doing. It's just a matter of the fact, or it's just a fact of the matter. But with that being said, like, I hope you guys understand what I'm coming at. And I'm really saying this to myself as well because yes, this is my third payout in about a month and a half. But at the end of the day, I also realize that I have a lot to improve upon. I still have so many things that I need to work on and get better at that I'm not really at this point. I don't feel as excited to get this payout because I just understand it's a part of the process. And I see myself making 20, 30K, 40K, 50K months. And this is just a stepping stone in the right direction. That's all I'm looking at it as. But nonetheless, I don't know. I feel pretty exhausted, really. So definitely with this month ending, I'm looking to just take it a little bit slow. I know we have FOMC tomorrow, but probably will not be participating unless I see something very clean. I'll definitely hop on the charts, but looking to preserve my capital moving into February, and then reframe my mindset, make sure that I'm doing everything correctly because a lot of, for example, like the days I showed you guys I was over trading, I don't need that to happen again, right? Because those days they could really end up in some catastrophic losses, and so we're not looking to do that. We are looking to be on defense. But that's it for today, guys. Got to pay out and just continuing the journey, I guess. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm monotone or whatever. It's just that I'm really exhausted from, I guess, trading and just life in general. But nonetheless, gonna take some time off, hop right back into the flow state as soon as I can, get myself back to 100% if that's what it is. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay frosty, my friends. Peace.